Hello everybody, Rookmoction here, and welcome to the Week 7 team building video for the Spear Pillar Draft League. This week we're going to be fighting, I always thought that it was Birdio, but I was just misreading it. But we're fighting the second place person right now. We kind of need like at least a win for playoffs. Either that or like, you know, because like Nikki is able to maybe pick it up and like maybe steal the spot from me if, you know, they play well the next 2 weeks. So, you know, we really got to pick it up these next at least one win in these next 2 weeks to make playoffs. However, our matchup this week is looking pretty interesting. So they've got Greninja, Terra Hydrapple, Corviknight, Donphan, Ogerpon Hearthflame, Iron Hands, Mesprit, Arcanine, and Swalot. Now, I was kind of thinking about it a little bit just right before I started recording. And I really do like Toxtricity here. Being able to hit a lot of the different mons here for some pretty good damage, as well as some super effective damage. But, you know, Donphan does not have the best on the special defense side. So Toxtricity can really hit it with Boom Burst. Be able to pivot out of like Iron Hands and stuff. And, like, you know, a lot of the team isn't really the fastest. I don't imagine Mesprit's going to really run, like, full speed to outspeed Toxtricity. It might, but because, you know, like, I do have that Terra capability, you know, I can Terra out of my Psychic weakness and really end up being able to deal with Mesprit a lot easier. Arcanine, you know, I'm a lot more worried about the Terra on the Arcanine than I am on the Hydrapple. I think I have an okay matchup into Hydrapple. Not the best, but not the worst. And I really do like Toxtricity this week. And I was looking at, like, you know, what I had for last week, and, like, you know, I'm honestly like, I was a little bit on, like, just the, well, what if I brought, the same team again? But, like, just mixed up, like, some of the sets and stuff. Because, like, I kind of like the idea of being able to pivot around with 4 pivot mons into, like, Weavile and maybe not a Booster Energy Valiant this week, because I can run a Priority Vacuum Wave onto Greninja. So like maybe like an expert belt for it. I don't know. Let's take a look here. So Iron Valiant into Greninja. Because, like, you know, I've got access to Vacuum Wave, which is a pretty good priority move here. And, like, you know, I could run, like, we're gonna put that as an active. But, you know, I could run, like, Modest Expert Belt and, like, really hit Greninja hard. And if I got, or, like, you know, if I could go, like, let's say, Timid Calm Mind. A Timid Calm Mind set, Vacuum Wave will always go first and KO the Greninja. So, you know, I kind of like that idea of like a Calm Mind Iron Valiant set for this week. Actually, I kind of really like that idea with Calm Mind Iron Valiant. Okay, hold up. Calm Mind. I always like to have my setup moves last. I mean, they also really don't have, like, you know, I could run, like, dual stabs, but, like, Swalot could maybe end up being an issue. I probably... Oh, that's the wrong draft. Let's close that. Let's just have the stuff that I need open. So let me close a few more things. There we go. So if we go to the special side of things... Shadow Ball? I mean, there's really no Shadow... There's really no Ghost Resist. Because, like, Greninja's not going to want to take a Shadow Ball. I mean, Arcanine or Hydrapple could come in and, like, Terra out of a Ghost Resist. Or, like, Terra into a Ghost Resist. But overall, like, you know... When it comes down to, like, a Ghost Resist, they really don't have anything. Because, like, yeah. Yeah, their only resistance to Ghost is Greninja, so... Let's put on Shadow Ball, then. And... Moonblast, I guess, just because, like, it's a very powerful stab move. They've got, you know, a lot of different mons that are weak. But, like, I honestly don't know if I really want Fairy Stab this week because, you know, Ogerpon, Arcanine, Corviknight, and Swalot all resist. I could run, like, you know, Psyshock or Thunderbolt. Let's see here. So we have Shadow Ball. That's not bad. Thunderbolt does a little bit more, but what about Psychic? Yeah. Let's check Corviknight. I would need to get Corviknight low. But I could, you know, also just have Thunderbolt for Corviknight. If I think... Do I think that Swalot's not going to show up? That's the thing. Do I think Swalot's not going to show up? Because I have Latios, I have Excadrill. But I do have, you know, Ogerpon and Valiant. So Swalot could show up just because of Ogerpon and Valiant. But I do have Latios and Excadrill, so... But I also might not need to worry too much about, like, you know, getting in Valiant in the late game. I could maybe get in Valiant throughout the game because, like, this week I don't plan on running Booster Energy. I plan on having the Expert Belt. So I think maybe I can just go Thunderbolt just for Corviknight. Everything else does feel pretty good. So yeah, Thunderbolt, Shadow Ball, Vacuum Wave, Calm Mind. I like this. I like this idea. But I also do like Toxtricity here. Let me look here. So let's pull up Toxtricity. Let's look at Greninja. So yeah, Greninja can do a lot. So can Toxtricity. And okay, so I would need to run Timid if I go Choice Scarf, but that's fine. But I also could run like a Shift Gear set this week as well. I could just run Shift Gear with, you know, just for my speed. So like Boom Burst, Overdrive. Hold on. So let's take a look at Ogre Pawn, Hearthflame. We're not choice specs. We could still though. But like, you know, if I'm +2 speed, I can run Modest Nature easily. So I can run Sludge Wave, and I can always one-shot Ogre Pawn. But also, you know, if I have Terranormal Boom Burst, I can also one-shot Ogre Pawn with Boom Burst. So and yeah, I can do the same to Donphan as well. So if I keep Donphan out of, if I just like, you know, get that little bit of chip on the Donphan, so then Shift Gear. If I am running Shift Gear, do I want to run like a physical move that I feel could be useful to have? Honestly, not really. Because Iron Hands has really good stats. Yeah. So. Huh. Is there anything that I would want to Encore? Corviknight? No, I don't see Encore being that good this week. I could also go like a coverage Terra Blast. That is also an option. I do have coverage Terra Blast as an option. No, I think I like Terranormal Boom Burst a little bit more. Well, you know what? For the Swalot, actually, hold on. Because I'm sure that Swalot could still... Actually, not all that comfortably. Because I was looking at, and I was looking at Psychic Noise. Psychic Noise does do some okay damage, but it, you know, it's not Boom Burst damage, but... I think we'll just put on Sludge Wave. Nope, not that. Yeah. We're gonna go with this then. I do like Latios here. We can run Soldew. Just get as much damage out as possible. Pulse, Mist Ball. I probably want Thunderbolt for coverage on the Corviknight. Yeah. And then Baton Pass for momentum. Do I need max speed? Yeah, I'd want max speed for Ogerpon. I don't know how much I like Drill into this matchup because of the Donphan and the Corviknight. Yeah, Donphan Corviknight makes Excadrill kind of hard. A lot of hazard setters though, so I feel like I do want Drill, but I could also go Sandslash. But Sandslash also wouldn't be the best because, you know, Corviknight running Body Press kind of destroys Sand. Well, I do have Oricorio as a defogger as well. And I can run Oricorio as like a backup sweeper too, so... But Arcanine can have Flashed Fire, so I do need to play around that a little bit. Which means I can't just run Revelation Dance as my only attacking move. I don't think Arcanine would run Flash Fire, because Oricorio is my only fire type. But it could go like, you know, Terra Grass, if it wanted to, with Flash Fire to cover its fire weakness. Yeah, just in case it does have Terra Grass. Or Flash Fire, I mean. I will have Air Slash on Oricorio. I do kind of want to run Weavile. I do kind of want to run Weavile, but at the same time, you know, Arcanine can switch in on Weavile a lot with Intimidate, or even with Justified. So I don't think Weavile is to play. Spadef Vaporeon does feel pretty good into Greninja Hydrapple. No, we're gonna run specially defensive. I don't like Ogerpon in this game because Corviknight can always swap in, Arcanine can swap in a lot. So as much as like I would like the Ogerpon mirror match, I don't like Ogerpon at all this week because of the Corviknight and the Arcanine and the Swalot. Never did I think I'd say because of the Swalot, but I also can't knock off Swalot because it does have Sticky Hold as an ability. So maybe I do run I could run alone Sand Slash. I don't know. I want to run, like, you know, another form of hazard removal with either Excadrill or Sand Slash. I think Excadrill is more consistent, but Sand Slash could at least be able to hit Corviknight neutrally. What if we go like an offensive one? School Spear. We're loaded dice with the 4-hit. Well, that's just a problem though, because if we put in Body Press... Oh, Body Press! Actually it would, because I would not be... Yeah. Huh. And I'm not likely to get up a Swords Dance. You know what? I got an idea though with Sand Slash. It's going to require Vaporeon to be on perfect play. I think I run Icicle Crash. Yeah, I'm gonna run Icicle Crash. Because I want to make as little contact as possible. Rapid Spin. I don't think I need Steel Stab this week. No, there's no Steel Weak Mons. Actually, then maybe I could run Excadrill. Just because... Let me look. No, Excadrill really doesn't have anything at all. Even Rock Slide. Yeah, Rock Slide does not do anything. There's no way that Corviknight's not coming. This is hard to think about. Because, like, yeah, there's no way that Corviknight's not coming. So I think I have to run Sand Slash. So Crash, Rapid Spin. Knock off. I guess I could go Drill Run as my, or no, Earthquake as my last move. Gosh, dang. That's just so crazy. But even without any investment in HP or defense, Iron Hands is still not Iron Hands can still not be 2-hit KO'd. Oh my god, that mana's so good. But I think I have to do this. And I just have to have really good play with Vaporeon then. I don't know. I'm not the most confident. I'm confident in, like, you know, if I can get the team low enough for Valiant at the end. Or Toxtricity. But it's going to be trying to get to that point is going to be the problem. Thankfully, because, like, you know, I'm not Booster Energy Valiant this week, I can play a little bit more aggressive with Valiant. Actually, instead of Air Slash on Oricorio, I'm going to run U-Turn as my last move. It feels weird running Quiver Dance U-Turn on the same set, but I honestly think it does make the most sense. It's going to feel weird. It's going to be very hard to play, but I need the momentum this week because I need to try and get Valiant in as much as possible safely. I'm putting a lot of trust in the Valiant and Toxtricity this week, so we'll see just how things end up going. I'm putting all my trust in Valiant this week and Toxtricity. So we'll see just how things go. I hope that you all enjoyed this team building video. And I hope to see you all tomorrow for the battle. That's gonna do my best. Hopefully pick up the win and secure a playoff spot. Hope that you all enjoyed this video. And have yourselves a good one.